After nearly 10 years, Modern Warfare is finally back, and here it is in its full glory. This reveal trailer is incredible, and we have so much to talk about, but if you're excited for Modern Warfare, let me know in the comments, and be sure to spend a second clicking that thumbs up button right now if you're hyped for Modern Warfare. I've seen the game for myself at Infinity Ward, and what they're doing with this game is going to blow your mind. I have an exclusive video from that trip talking about exclusive gameplay details from 2 campaign missions. I'll be linked down below in this video's description, but we're talking about the trailer here and what you need to know about Modern Warfare. As you can see from the trailer, it is pretty much like the old school Modern Warfare. It is back and better than ever, although now this is a reimagining of that universe, which is going to take us through an incredibly raw, gritty, provocative narrative, which is going to have things in it that are going to shock you. The nature of the game is that everything happening is ripped from the headlines and is things that you would genuinely see happening in our real world today in this game. Of course, even though it is a reimagining, everything we loved about Modern Warfare is back. Obviously, the first thing you really see in that trailer is Captain Price, and the iconic Captain Price is back, but better than ever. He's everything that we'd expect Captain Price to be, but he's no longer tied to what happened in that original trilogy. There are, of course, a plethora of other things that are iconic to Modern Warfare, such as the night vision goggles, which plays such a big role in this game. And the whole point of the game's campaign is that it's supposed to be reflective, but yet strategic, so it supports a variety of different play styles, including close quarters, stealth missions, and long-range combat. If you may or may not have realized within the trailer as well, you not only play alongside Captain Price, there are multiple perspectives within this game where you're going to be engaging in breathtaking covert operations alongside a diverse cast of international special forces and freedom fighters from the Middle East, their own origin story which brings them into modern day fighting alongside Captain Price. So multiple characters to play as here, really cool stuff. The locales in the game are intriguing. You see in the trailer we have Piccadilly Circus, where I saw one mission take place, which was a badass breach and clear. You can hear about it in my video link down below. Other brutal areas like the Middle East, where you'll seeing Russian soldiers literally massacring civilians like you would see in this day and age on the news. It was quite shocking. What I'm about to tell you now is going to be even more shocking. I can't believe Call of Duty are doing this. This is a game changer, and I cannot believe this is happening, but crossplay is going to be supported on Modern Warfare. You can play multiplayer on PlayStation with your friend who's playing it on Xbox, or you can be playing with your friend on Xbox and you're playing it on PC. Infinity Ward and Activision are trying their hardest to unite the community with crossplay, and I think this is going to be the thing that really makes this game stand out from all of the other Call of Duties we've seen before. This is absolutely huge. If you're excited about crossplay coming into the game, let me know in the comments section. And to make things even better, uniting the community also means they are eliminating the traditional season pass, so they can deliver more free maps and content as well as post-launch events to all players. This is music to every single Call of Duty fan's ears, because the frustration of having DLC early on one console and having to buy a pass just to get your hands on more maps when there is no other way to buy them separately is no longer a thing. That is finally being phased out of Call of Duty, and I just cannot be happier with this decision. The approach here with this is this sounds like the Call of Duty game that we have always wanted to have, it being back to what we love with Modern Warfare, and finally having stuff which isn't anti-consumer is just the best thing, because we all want this game to do well, we want this to be good, and for the first time in years, this looks to be one of the best Call of Duty games we've had in the last decade, and as a Call of Duty fan, I really feel this is going to change boundaries for how Call of Duty games are made from this point onwards. Now, beyond the campaign, you also care about hearing about multiplayer and co-op, and what we do know is that this is going to have an ultimate online playground with a classic multiplayer experience and an all-new cooperative play mode. This game's offering a unified narrative experience, which is going to be similar across all modes on the game, and there is progression across the campaign, multiplayer, and co-op. So you're playing campaign, you're going to be ranking up some sort of rank, which people are going to see and is reflected in multiplayer and co-op. And this game is going to feature a fully optimized PC version, which will be available on battle.net. which is always great news to hear. And just seeing how good this game looks, it's unreal how good this looks for a Call of Duty game. And there's a reason for that. This game is built on an entirely new engine. That's right, for the first time in Call of Duty history, in the 20 years the engine has been around for since Quake, this is an entirely new engine. This is not modified from any previous engine, this is brand spanking new. This game has tech which has never been in COD before, been built literally for this game, such as a physically based material system where it allows for state-of-the-art photogrammetry, where things look as photorealistic as humanly possible. There's tons of other systems there for streaming and text. There's volumetric lighting, there's 4K HDR, there's DirectX ray tracing, and a new GPU geometry pipeline to pump all this stuff to the game as quickly as possible. And there's one technique specifically called Spectral Rendering, which delivers thermal heat radiation and infrared identification for both thermal and night vision in-game imaging. So to put that into perspective, basically our eyes can't really see infrared. So what happens is in the night vision mode that we see in the trailer, and I'm going to show you a screenshot now, this is the effect that they've done in the game where even though you're in darkness normally, as soon as you activate this night vision, there is so much that is bright and illuminated in the world that you can see, such as the little badges that the soldiers have on them, which they use to identify if they are soldiers and not enemies. The fact that that is like blindingly bright, even though it's in night vision and in infrared, is crazy. Even whilst in night vision, you can still see shadows that are being casted on walls, which you could not see without night vision enabled. It's really hard to explain, but it's just really impressive visually. And there's also a cutting edge animation system and blend shape system now. And when you see some of the animations of the facial expressions, the way that the characters move, it's incredibly realistic because it's all captured in a motion capture 2.0 of sorts, where the actors are not only doing the voice acting, but they're also doing all the moves, and they add a CGI effect onwards. That's a bit like in Avengers with Thanos, where they can just get incredibly lifelike animation and looks, including the wrinkles on your skin, the dimples, and even the texture and feel of the skin to be reflected and look differently. It's just quite insane. With all that being said, I'm going to throw it to you guys. I want your thoughts in the comment section right now, what you think, because for the first time in what feels like years and years, everyone is so unbelievably excited for Call of Duty. Like, everyone has that honeymoon phase where they're so excited for it. It comes out and it's great for a little while, and then, you know, it just becomes the bog standard cycle year on year. But just the anticipation for this game and just how everyone's receiving it so far is that the game and what they're doing is just going to be such a breath of fresh air to what we've been experiencing as of recent, that it's going to re-energize those players that haven't played Call of Duty in so long and bring them back in, as well as just open the doors to so much more. I'm so excited for this game, and I would love to know your thoughts in the comments. If you're excited by this video, then leave a like rating. Leave me all your thoughts, and I'm going to end it by watching the trailer in its full entirety without me talking over it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out my video down below in the description for 30 minutes of exclusive gameplay details from the single player, and I'll catch you for another video very soon. Keep it locked.
Peggy 18.
The rules have changed. There's a fine line between right and wrong. And somewhere in the shadows, they send us in to find it.
126 actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Start clear!
Victor 6-4, green light now. Chemical weapons are now in the wild. Foreman copies all.
Be advised, hostiles assaulted civilians.
Get to safety, go!
Who's your team?
Some old comrades.